All eyes on AI. You wake up in the morning. You've decided to start your day by drinking your coffee and reading the newspaper. Okay, maybe not the newspaper. You're reading the news on your preferred web browser on your smartphone. And you notice that the text is so polished, so perfect, so refined, it almost seems unhuman. Well, maybe it is. Maybe that news article you're reading wasn't written by a journalist. Maybe it was written by AI. And it makes you wonder about that image of a war-torn country that you're looking at. Was it shot by a brave photojournalist? Or was it generated by AI? Want to give your wrist some rest? Put your phone down and listen to the article being read for you. The AI narrator, Bob, has such a lovely voice that you'll feel like buying him a beer. If it was real, of course. We all knew AI was coming years ago, but for those of us in creative professions, we'd never imagined that it'd impact us. But whether you're a writer, a graphic designer, a video creator, a musician, or a voiceover artist, there's an AI platform or several thousand AI platforms that can do your job for you. Exciting? Cool? Probably a lot of you are thinking, scary. But AI is here. And like the blazing hot sun in Miami and the rain in Seattle, it's not going anywhere. So that brings us to the question we've been asking time and time again. And we're still not sure of the answer. Will AI take our jobs? Will us creative folks lose our jobs to artificial intelligence? The answer is no. Relieved, aren't you? But hold on a minute. That doesn't mean you can ignore AI. Because if you do, then yes, maybe you'll lose your job. AI wasn't meant to take your job. It was meant to help you with your job. Now, we've got to be realistic. It's true that AI has taken away many creative jobs or lowered the workload for many creators. Suddenly, you're asked to write one blog post a week while AI does the rest. Or maybe your graphic design isn't needed anymore since AI can create beautiful works of art according to your client. And maybe you won't get that gig to record that radio or podcast commercial because AI has a silky smooth voice, is cheaper, and doesn't need to recover from a sore throat. But you're an artist, and struggling is a part of an artist's journey. In The War of Art, Stephen Pressfield writes about the resistance that often acts as a barrier to an artist's creativity. Maybe the battle with AI is a new aspect of the resistance. But maybe AI isn't the formidable opponent you worry it is. If you can write better than AI, then you're worth the investment. If you can draw, paint, photograph, or illustrate better than AI, then there's space in the budget for you. If you got that $1 million voice like me, then your client is going to suffer if they opt for that cheap AI voice subscription. While AI can create great things, there are still some challenges. Not all AI platforms let you own the content. You'll get a license to use your generations, but you don't own what you create. So what's the point? Plus, there's another challenge. Sometimes AI just doesn't listen. You told it 100 times you want the beautiful lady to have one straight eyebrow and one crooked eyebrow. Yet it still gives her 2 crooked eyebrows. It'll get better soon, but until then, you can fix those details that AI can't. Sometimes AI doesn't want to write, generate, or record something it finds offensive. It doesn't want you violating its content policy. But what if you're trying to get a tough message across and you gotta be just a bit controversial? That's where a human comes in. John Carpenter didn't just co-write and direct Halloween, he composed the theme song. You remember that theme song that made you tremble with fear as you wondered if Michael Myers was just around the corner? What made you realize that you can't mess with the bride? It was the high-paced action and gore that Quentin Tarantino mastered in the Kill Bill movies. And when many writers have shied away from telling the truth about some of the grittier and darker aspects of life in America, Iceberg Slim, Donald Goines, Charles Bukowski, and Hubert Selby Jr. were banging away at their typewriters. When AI is scared of violating content policies, there's always a human who isn't afraid to break barriers and challenge the audience. Maybe there isn't a battle with AI at all. You may see AI as a foe, but maybe it's your friend. Whatever it is, AI is here to stay. You should try to learn it, and if you don't, well, don't say I didn't prompt you. But you don't have to fear AI. It's here to help you, but it can't rule you. AI is a tool, just as your laptop, typewriter, paintbrush, camera, instrument is. It can produce great things, but without the artist, these tools are meaningless. If AI wrote a great blog post, then it's because your command of the language and passion for rhetoric helped it. If AI created a beautiful image, it's because your vivid imagination, understanding of art, and your well-written prompt assisted it. And if good old Bob is a master orator, it's because you directed him on how to deliver that unforgettable dialogue. Maybe he's the one that owes you a beer. You're the artist. You're in control. And don't you forget it. Now, go out there and make some great art. The world is waiting for you. And yes, this speech was written by a human. Come on, you think AI could write this? This speech was written by Raghav Suri. Text and audio copyright 2025 Raghav Suri. All rights reserved. Get a speech or lecture written for you at suristrategies.com. Speech delivered by Victor Harris. And yep, I'm a human. It feels weird to say my own name like that. Speech delivered by Victor Harris. Thanks for watching.